Hey everybody, Hank with Outer Room Travels here, and welcome back to the channel. I know for you guys it's been, about a weekish? For me, just a matter of minutes. I hopped in the car, drove down the block, about 7-8 minutes, and I am here at Disney's Contemporary Resort for the Earmarked workshop. We've got a dessert reception tonight at Epcot, around 8-ish, so I'll hopefully get to see Luminous. Still haven't seen the brand new show over at Epcot, so that'll be cool. We'll definitely be able to film some of that. And then tomorrow we've got a full day of workshops, seminars, and I hear there are some site tours as well. They'll probably take us to the Grand Floridian, Polynesian, the Monorail line resorts. I've stayed at these properties, but it is always cool to go with a cast member on a tour, and you kind of get history and learn a little bit about each of the different resorts. So I am going to head in, check in, get my credentials. Too early to check into the room, but I'll drop my bag off at Bell Services and then explore the property and do a little filming. Bring you guys along with me. Not sure what I'll be able to share or not share as part of the, workshop itself, but whatever I can't get on camera, I'll come back and talk to you guys about it and kind of the stuff that we did that I was not able to film. All right, let's head on into the Contemporary. Come on. As soon as you step through those doors, you're going to see Contemporary Grounds, the coffee shop, which does feature Joffrey's, the official specialty coffee of Walt Disney World. And off to the other side, you're going to come across Bell Services. This is where you leave your luggage while the resort prepares your room. You will get a text when the room is ready, and Bell Services will deliver the luggage right up to your room. Off on the left, you've got the front desk, and a really lovely and colorful waiting area off to the right. If you keep walking straight ahead, you're going to come across the escalators on the right that takes you up to the 4th floor, where all the main activity takes place and the monorail is located. But first, we're going to take a quick stroll through the restaurant. Here is Steakhouse 71. We did have a chance to dine here back in December for Mama Otero's birthday, and it was sensational. Can't recommend it enough. Check out the amazing black and white photography there on the right. Here you've got the reception where you check in once you arrive at the restaurant, and off on this side is the main seating area for Steakhouse 71. It really is an exceptional dining experience. I'm so glad we were able to celebrate Mom and my brother's birthday at Steakhouse 71 back in December. Real quick, over on this side, you've got a little bar. Serves as a kind of waiting area also while you wait for your table. Let's head upstairs. We're going to bypass the 2nd floor. It's mostly convention space, but let's take the escalator to the 4th floor. This is where you're going to find your restaurants, shops, and the world-famous monorail. Upstairs, you're going to come across this little lounge with the coolest name in all Walt Disney World property. Let's take a quick stroll through the Outer Rim Lounge. And it's interesting, this building, the center of the building is divided into 3 sections. It's all really one large space, and they've got these dividers that split up Outer Rim, Chef Mickey's, and Contempo Cafe. Let's head into Chef Mickey's. Here on the right, you've got a seating area. As you head inside, you're going to start to come across the buffet. It's a really colorful, bright, fun spot, and the kids absolutely go bonkers when the characters come out in their chef outfits. So this is where the buffet is laid out for you. More seats here, and a little seating area on this side where we happened to have breakfast the last time we came to Chef Mickey's. Yes, it can be a little pricey for larger families, but if you do it, once every few years, it is totally worth it. So memorable, and the kids have just a phenomenal time. Some more seating over here on the right. And finally, let's head into Contempo Cafe, which is the resort's quick service spot. Keep in mind, to avoid the lines, you can select Dine in the app, and then just sit down, find a table, and have your meal. Or you can select To Go, in which case they'll pack it up for you, and you will find your bag on the little shelf over here on the wall. See that shelf right there? Just pick up your bag right there and head back to the room if that's your preference. This would be the seating area for Contempo Cafe. Either way, I can't stress enough the importance of the app just to avoid unnecessary lines. Off on the other side, you've got the security checkpoint for the Monorail and Fantasia, which is the kids' shop. Over here, you've got the more adult shop, which is the BVG, Bayou Gifts. You're going to find adult t-shirts, accessories, even Christmas ornaments. Here's the famous neon Mickey. You've got to pose for a picture there. At Fantasia, you'll find all kinds of toys, stuffed animals, things for the kiddos. And over here, you've got Fantasia Market, which is your convenience shop. You're going to find, drinks, chips, snacks, things like that. Check out the game station. This arcade is absolutely massive. I'm not much of a gamer, but I recognize Pac-Man, Galaga, certain old school games. Yeah, I'm sure kids of all ages will have an absolute blast at this arcade. Good morning. It's about 7:30. Getting ready to head downstairs for breakfast at the convention center. We've got breakfast between 8 and 9, and then 9 to 12 are, the sessions, which I won't be able to film, but I'll update throughout the day. Like, for example, last night we had the dessert reception and little treats, which you'll see here. But halfway through Luminous, it was a downpour, so we got soaked. Everybody kind of turned around, and, that was a bit of a wash. So, heading down, learn some new stuff, and meet some of the other Silver folks, and meet my Disney rep as well. Before heading out, I thought I'd give you a quick tour of my room. So check out this bathroom. Gorgeous, huge shower. I love that the toilet is in its own separate little room. That is awesome. Here's the closet with The Incredibles. And right next to that, you've got your safe, and a couple of drawers there at the bottom. Here's your Keurig coffee maker. You've got your K-Cups, sugar, and your mini fridge down here. That couch is a sleeper sofa, and you've got your super comfy queen beds. I just love these little touches. Power outlets and USB. There's Edna and Frozone. Huge flat screen TV with Hey Disney off on this side. Let's check out the view outside my balcony. I was at the end of the hall with a stunning view of Bay Lake Tower. You can see the bridge that connects the two buildings. There's the marina and the pool. And that structure you see off on the right, that is the garden wing. A little far from the main building, but sometimes less expensive. Let's take a quick peek at the convention center. Here on the left, you've got some of the smaller rooms. And straight ahead were the larger ballrooms. Okay, let's chat a bit about our day. Well, I'm back in my room at the Contemporary, and it's about 4:30-ish. We let out a little early. The sessions are done, but we are still free to go and enjoy the parks. I'll probably hop into Magic Kingdom, check out the new sign announcing Tiana's Bayou Adventure coming out this summer, and I'd like to go back to Epcot and get a proper Luminous experience. Last night, not only did it rain, they weren't able to do fireworks, but I did have to leave kind of halfway through the show, so it didn't kind of leave me with the best impression overall. But I wanted to kind of fill you in on the events of the day. We went from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. So really there was no time to kind of break in between and chat with the camera. But I did got my laptop, about 10 pages worth of notes. So all these experiences, it's basically, to increase your knowledge on all the Disney destinations. They provide tips and tricks, ideas for marketing, some things that you should be doing, how far in advance you should set up a campaign, so we should be setting up campaigns now for as far out as Halloween in some cases, so very, very interesting stuff. They did one general session with everybody, and I learned that this is actually the first ever Silver Earmarked workshop, which is pretty cool. They usually do these big conferences and invite all the tiers, but this was the first workshop for the Silver folks, and that there were nearly 400 something agents, and agency owners here at this particular conference. Just quite a lot of people. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that big, but huge ballroom. We were in the Fantasia ballroom here at the Contemporary. Huge ballroom, and they had a couple of sections kind of still sealed off, so they get even bigger. But we went over, some general information, and then broke for lunch, which you're going to see right here. And actually everything was quite delicious. We had chicken and braised beef that kind of just fell apart. The food was all fantastic. And then after that, they split us into smaller groups and took us into, smaller ballroom areas where they could go into more detail on, for example, my lanyard. Each agent had a different color lanyards, and mine was for Disney Cruise Line. So my first breakout session, as they call it, was all about Disney Cruise Line. How, it's doing in the marketplace. They talked about the upcoming Disney Treasure, which is very, very exciting. And every time I see that, I feel like I should be on a Disney ship. And then they got into the new island, Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point, which I am booked for the preview cruise in June. So that will be my next Disney cruise. I wish there were one in between, but that'll be my next one. Definitely bringing you guys along with me for that. And so we talked all about Disney Cruise Line and, how to market it to folks and why so many folks think it's so much more expensive than other competitors when you don't realize that drink packages are included. If you start to add together, the drink package on other cruise lines, you're talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars. With Disney, your sodas are included, and so those little details and the quality of the shows, that if you break down a Disney cruise by day, the value is just phenomenal for what you're getting per person per day. And I think folks look at the big price tag and lose track of that per person per day number. But I think it's something that I'm going to start discussing a little more when guests are interested in Disney, because I think it does make a difference and you're getting so much value for the price of that cruise. I mean, really, there's nothing like a Disney cruise. Then, we broke into another group and talked about sales tips and marketing tips, things like that. Then the third one was all about Walt Disney World, the things coming, and they announced to us that Tiana's Bayou adventure will be coming this summer. So, good example of something right off the presses. We learned about it in that session, and they talked about the different parks and the things that have been completed, and a couple of things that are coming this year in 2024. And then the final one was Disneyland, and they didn't have to make me fall in love with Disneyland. They said, how many folks have been to Disneyland, recently? Yes, I have, and absolutely love it. And watching the presentation and listening to Walt's own words about Disneyland, there's such history and nostalgia there. You really do feel, and I think I've said this in my video for Disneyland, you feel like everything's just in the right place, where Walt wanted it. And it's the only park that has his personal, stamp on it. Having taken the walk down Main Street, walking down Walt's footsteps, you just get a real appreciation for what a genius he was and how special that park is. And the offerings that make it unique over there, because at California Adventure, you've got San Francisco, for example, and Pixar Pier and Avengers Campus, things that just don't have, here at Walt Disney World. And it makes it so worth taking a trip out to California just to have those experiences. I don't have anything booked just yet, but it's coming, because these sessions, these meetings always make me so excited, to plan the next trip. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience. My business development manager says that I should, be at the next one. I told him, sign me up for whatever, now that I am, in the earmarked, silver earmarked category. I really want to take advantage of these opportunities that I'm able to, experience thanks to being part of this program. And that's thanks to you guys that have booked with Outer Rim Travels and continue to book with Outer Rim Travels. So it's been a wonderful experience. I am going to head out to some filming in the park to wrap up this video, but I wanted to fill you guys in on what the event was, talk to other agents, some from Georgia, some from Midwest, and just interesting to get different perspectives, what folks are booking and what's not selling so well and they wish would sell a little better, so just very, very fun just connecting with other folks that are in the same, kind of situation as I am, selling Disney destinations. Okay, so let's head out to the parks. I'm gonna hop into Magic Kingdom real quick, and I'll catch you over there. Just look at that view. One more thing, how cool is it to walk out of your room, go down to the 4th floor, and hop on the monorail over to Magic Kingdom? Come on. They can't make it any easier. One of the perks, staying here at the Contemporary. And here we are at the brand new poster that they have up today. I was in a session when they announced summer 2024 for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Super exciting. And, of course, the sooner the better. They had announced it for fall, but now we'll be on this baby in the summer, and hopefully with a pass holder preview. So check it out. There you go, coming summer 2024. And while I was there, I noticed that the water is already running. So testing has begun. I think it's gonna open sooner rather than later. Before long, I found myself over at Epcot, and I had to visit Journey of Water, inspired by Moana. It is a completely different experience at night. Here on the channel, I do have the pass holder preview of the attraction during the day, but I think I prefer the nighttime experience. Look at the water, how it just appears to glow. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm curious, have you had a chance to visit Journey of Water? And if so, what was your preference, during the day or the nighttime experience? Go ahead and share your thoughts in the comments below. Personally, I love this walkthrough attraction, and I think that Epcot was really in need of just a location like this where folks can get out of the sun, cool off a little bit, and, learn a little something at the same time, because that really does tie in with the original idea for Epcot. See how those seem to glow? That ocean section is just such a highlight. So fun. So now let's head over to the American Pavilion, where we will get a really nice view of Luminous, the Symphony of Us. There you go. So Luminous did debut on December 5th, 2023, which commemorated Walt Disney's 122nd birthday. It was also part of the centennial anniversary of the Walt Disney Company. This show actually reminds me of World of Color 1, which is out on the West Coast at California Adventure. Harmonious wasn't really given much of a chance. I know the big screens were a bit of an eyesore, but personally, I found that show to be really, really beautiful, and the screens added a lot to it. Here, we've got more of a water show with incredible lighting effects and insane fireworks. The story that's told through Luminous begins with birth. It moves on to family, play, love, loss, unity, and finally, the beating of our hearts. So the theme of it is we're more alike than we are different, which is really kind of a beautiful sentiment for Epcot. I think Illuminations, Reflections of Earth is the show that I probably watched the most over the years. I didn't really have a chance to get into Harmonious. It was gone before we knew it. But Disney does listen to its fans, and it didn't seem to be very popular, mostly because of those screens taking up space in the World Showcase Lagoon. I definitely think Disney Live Entertainment has a winner on their hands with Luminous, and hopefully folks give it a chance. So if you're in the park late into the evening, it's definitely something you want to experience. It's absolutely breathtaking. I mean, look at that. And this is just a few minutes of the experience without the actual music. So just imagine it with those Disney songs we all know and love. All I can say is so happy I was able to make it to Epcot to watch Luminous. As I explained, the dessert party got rained out, so there were no fireworks, which, as you saw, is a huge part of that show. Unfortunately, I can't play the actual music due to copyright reasons, but do not miss the show if you have an Epcot day as part of your vacation. It's just absolutely beautiful and so worth it. I mean, I'm pretty exhausted because the day started at 8 with breakfast, then we had all those sessions and everything, and ended at about 4:30. I hopped into Magic Kingdom for the Tiana footage, and then took a little break, had some nuggets here at the Contemporary, and then went back over to Epcot on the Monorail, which you can't beat it, let me tell you. It is definitely one of the best parts of staying at these resorts. The big three, Contemporary, the Polynesian, and the Grand Floridian. That monorail just gets you everywhere. So easy. Anyway, I know this video was a little different with the conference and everything, but if that piqued your interest and you've always thought about selling Disney vacations, it's no time like the present. If you are interested, please reach out. Let's chat about it. And who knows, maybe you can join the team. I'm always looking for folks, to join the team and to partner up with Outer Rim Travels. That's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Super excited for the next one. We will be hitting the high seas on Carnival Celebration. Relatively new ship, and we haven't sailed on Carnival in a millennia, it feels like. But actually, my sister had her 15s aboard a Carnival ship. I don't remember which one, but she'll be joining me on this adventure, so should be a lot of fun. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching and have an out of this world day. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.